Hey everyone, thank you for joining me, and today's video we will go over the setup of a third-party touch probe on a Shapeoko 3 CNC. Unfortunately, we will not be able to use this probe in Carbide motion. Instead, I will be using SourceRabbit G-code sender. So if you're interested, stick around. Welcome back to Notion Lab. For those of you who are new, my name is Jay. All things considered, the Shapeoko 3 is reasonably priced. The accessories, on the other hand, are not. I wanted a touch probe, but cannot justify the price tag of a Carbide 3D model. A touch probe is a simple device, so I knew an affordable version had to be out there. I chose this model by Blue Ox Solutions. $45 seemed reasonable, and it has a hole in the center that makes finding XY0 much easier. In my opinion, that makes it better than the Carbide 3D version. It is much smaller and lighter than the original. Not sure if that's a pro or a con, but it does the job. No LED, which I don't mind, and zero instructions on how to set it up, which is what I want to solve with this video. To install this on your Shapeoko, you will need an alligator clip, female dew-point connectors. The single ones will work fine, I just happen to have a double connector laying around. Heat shrink tubing and some wires. I am using wires from an old Ethernet cable. This step is optional, but I wanted to make the probe retractable, so I am using a retractable USB cable. Ethernet cables are usually twisted in pairs. We will need two pairs. One for the touch probe and the other for a DIY bit setter. Depending on timing, the link to that video should be in the top right. I am using pairs light blue and dark blue for the probe, and light green and dark green for the bit setter. The touch probe and bit setter share the same connection, so we will be wiring the two in parallel. Strip the wires and attach two sets of wires to each cable on the dew point connector like so. Light colors together and dark colors together. On the Shapeoko main board, there are two pins with the label probe. That's where the connector needs to go. It doesn't matter which way the connector is plugged. Take the dark blue wire and connect it to the touch probe via this set screw. It's an Imperial set screw, so you will need an Imperial Allen wrench. Take the light blue wire and attach it to the alligator clip. Time to test our work. Get a test workpiece and place the probe in the corner and attach the alligator clip to your bit. Now for the software part. It's worth noting that many alternative G-code senders does not have the same safeguards that Carbide Motion has. If you plan on using any other software, it's a good idea to learn at least the basic of said software. In SourceRabbit G-code sender, kill the alarm and home the machine. Jog close to the touch probe and make sure the Z height is at least 20 mm from the top. Click the 0 work position button. Click Tool, Z-axis touch probe. We have to enter the thickness of the probe, which is 3.2 mm. Click the touch probe button. Fingers crossed and hand hovering above the power button until everything works. The software will let you know if probing was successful. To use the hole finder, jog to the top of the hole and set the Z height just below the top of the probe. Click Tool, Hole Center Finder. No need to change any settings, just hit Find. It's a good idea to hold down the probe to prevent movement. At this point, you can heat shrink the connections and close the controller box. As stated earlier, I wanted to make the probe retractable, so I fed the wires through the cable chain and soldered the wires to the retractable USB cable from earlier. I also made this 3D printed holder that stores it above the router. Links to all will be in the description. That's all for now, and I hope you will join me again next time as we make a DIY bit setter. Thank you for your time. Later days.